looking for the right turn to make all the change you made. If you really want right, just hold on tight and I'll take you to the place to be. Do you know what today is?
It's our hidden history. Our hidden history.
Do you know what today is?
It's our hidden history.
Tell me deconstruct. Time running is a maze. All the things you can learn in short space, but the time's still running, don't let it waste. Yeah, you can learn with me, cause when I'm reading, oh, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. I flip the page, I see you written down again and again. I'm humble and I'm hawking it, that if you were the day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, follow me, to the Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, to the Saturday. Then we go and keep it holy and make it to the next day. Do you know what today is?
It's our hidden history.
Do you really wanna know? Well, I really wanna know, yeah. Cause there's a place so amazing with all the things I really wanna know, yeah. I've been driving all night, looking for the right turn to make all the change you made. If you really want right, just hold on tight and I'll take you to the place to be. Do you know what today is?
It's our hidden history. Our hidden history.
Do you know what today is?
It's our hidden history.
Tell me deconstruct. Time running is a maze. All the things you can learn in short space, but the time's still running, don't let it waste. Yeah, you can learn with me, cause when I'm reading, oh, it's so amazing. It's so amazing. I flip the page, I see you written down again and again. I'm humble and I'm hawking it, that if you were the day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, follow me, to the Saturday. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, to the Saturday. Then we go and keep it holy and make it to the next day. Do you know what today is?
It's our hidden history.
Do you really wanna know? this amaze. All the things you can learn in short space, but the time's still running, don't let it waste. Yeah, you can learn with me, cause when I'm reading, oh, it's so amazing, so amazing. I flip the page, I see you written down again and again. I'm humble and I'm hawking it, I'm hawking it. That if you were the day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, yeah, 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 yeah. Follow me, yeah, to the Sabbath, yeah. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, yeah, yeah, to the Sabbath day. Then we go and keep it holy and make it to the next day. Do you know what today is?
It's our hidden history.
All the things you can learn in short space, but the time's still running, don't let it waste. Yeah, you can learn with me, cause when I'm reading, oh, it's so amazing, so amazing. I flip the page, I see you written down again and again. I'm humble and I'm hawking it, I'm hawking it. That if you were the day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, yeah, 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 yeah. Follow me, yeah, to the Sabbath, yeah. Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, follow me, yeah, yeah, to the Sabbath day. Then we go and keep it holy and make it to the next day. Do you know what today is?
It's our hidden history.
All the things you can learn in short space, but the time's still running, don't let it waste. Yeah, you can learn with me, cause when I'm reading, oh, it's so amazing, so amazing. I flip the page, I see you written down again and again. I'm humble and I'm hawking it, I'm hawking it. That if you were the day, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, things you can learn in short space, but the time's still running, don't let it waste. Yeah, you can learn with me, cause when I'm reading, oh, it's so amazing, so amazing. I flip the page, I see you written down again and again. I'm humble and I'm walking in, that if you
Hey, shalom, shalom. Welcome back to another episode of Our Hidden History. You're now tuned into
Our Hidden History Radio Show.
All praises, all praises. So as a title, like I said before, we're doing the Arabs, Islam, and the Saharan slave trade. So we're dealing with the Arabs, Islam, and the Saharan slave trade. All right, so that's starting the new series that we're doing now. We're going into the Arabs. All right, but last week we shame on our people that's out there celebrating Easter.
What?
This pagan nonsense. Shame on you. All right. Okay, you thinking Christ rose in 2 days? Well, they got Good Friday.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, pull that up. Pull up Good Friday. Pull up Good Friday.
Bring it out.
I said I wasn't going to touch it, but
The Spirit led you.
Good Friday. Pull it up. Wikipedia. Good Friday. Oh. Yo, read that real quick.
Good Friday. Good Friday is a Christian holy day observing the crucifixion of Jesus and his death at Calvary.
So Good Friday is supposed to be a Christian holy day observing the crucifixion, okay, Christ's death, and what? Read on.
And his death at Calvary.
Uh-huh.
It is observed during Holy Week as part of the Paschal Triduum.
So they say the point of Good Friday, trying to say that Christ died on Friday, right? That's what Good Friday is. Go ahead.
According to the church's ancient tradition, Good Friday is the only day in the whole year where Mass is not celebrated because no consecration of the Eucharist takes place. It is also known as Holy Friday, Great Friday, Good Friday of the Passion of the Lord, Great and Holy Friday, also Holy and Great Friday.
All right. Go down. Go down. Go down. All right. Now go to, because they say Christ died on Good Friday. That's what modern Christianity is saying. Go to Easter. Easter now. Get Easter. And put in Ishtar. Easter going into Ishtar asterisk. We're going to show you where that come from. This is a righteous rant.
Bring it out.
Shout out to Captain Gedaliah. Go to Easter Sunday first. No. Go to on the Wikipedia. Keep what you had, but go. I'm talking on the Wikipedia. Go back to the other joint you had, the other article that you had though. Yeah, keep that up. Read that.
Easter, also called Pascha or Resurrection Sunday.
So Easter is supposed to be the Resurrection Sunday. Read.
Is a
that Christ supposedly rose. So they saying, so from Friday to Sunday, so they saying Christ died Friday, and then he rose on Sunday. That's called Easter today, right? Go ahead.
Is a Christian festival.
It's a Christian festival. Go ahead.
And cultural holiday commemorating the resurrection of Jesus from the dead, described in the New Testament as having occurred on the third day of his burial following his crucifixion by the Romans at Calvary.
That's commemorating the resurrection of Caesar Bo. It ain't got nothing to do with Christ or the Bible. That's Caesar Bo they talking about. Go ahead.
30 AD. It is the culmination of the passion of Jesus Christ, preceded by Lent or Great Lent, a 40-day period of fasting, prayer, and penance.
So from Friday to Sunday is how many days? Friday to Sunday is how many days? Huh? I'm asking.
Yeah, I'm saying you got about 2 days?
That's 2 days, right? Friday to Sunday is 2 days. Now give me you know what I want?
Matthew 12.
Mm-hmm. Because there's nowhere in the Bible you're going to find that Christ rose in 2 days. It's not there.
Matthew chapter 12 and verse 39. And he answered and said unto them, An evil and adulterous generation seeketh after a sign, and there shall no sign be given to it, but the sign of the prophet Jonas. Mm-hmm. For as Jonas was 3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly.
How many?
3 days and 3 nights in the whale's belly.
Read.
So shall the Son of Man be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth.
So Christ told us that he would be 3 days and 3 nights in the heart of the earth, in the grave, and then he would rise on that third day. Mm-hmm. Now, if you say, with Christ saying that, if he died Friday, it'll be a Monday.
Right.
But the Lord said what? Give me Matthew 12 and 8. Matthew 12 and 8.
Verse 8. For the Son of Man is Lord even of the Sabbath day.
So the Lord, Christ said, I'm the Lord of the Sabbath.
Right.
You understand? Christ said, I'm the Lord of the Sabbath. So when it makes sense that he would rise on the Sabbath, right? All right. So 3 days and 3 nights from the Sabbath will give you what?
Yeah,
Wednesday. Right? It will give you Wednesday. Okay. So now give me the article, the ancient origin. Bring that up. I remember the elder did a class a while back It was called
Resurrection.
yeah, time and resurrection. Time and resurrection of Christ. Time and resurrection of Christ. That was years ago. All right. And he had this. Y'all got the thumbnail? We can put that up. It was a thumbnail that he had. Y'all have it? You know what I'm talking about? Yes, sir. Yeah, bring no. Might have to send it.
You talking about the timeline?
Yeah, the timeline. It's a timeline. It's a timeline. Hey, while you looking for that, give me the ancient origin article real quick. And then get me 1 Samuel, Judges. Yeah, 1 Samuel. After we read this one though.
You want me to read the ancient pagan?
Yeah, read that.
The ancient pagan origins of Easter.
So the ancient pagan origins of Easter. Let's read.
Easter is a festival and holiday celebrated by millions of people around the world who honor the resurrection of Jesus from the dead. Described in the New Testament as having occurred 3 days after his crucifixion at Calvary. It is also the day that children excitedly wait for the Easter bunny to arrive and deliver their treats of chocolate eggs.
Right. Go ahead, read on.
The date upon which Easter is held varies from year to year. It corresponds with the first Sunday following the full moon after the March equinox.
Go ahead.
It occurs on different dates around the world since Western churches use the Gregorian calendar while Eastern churches use the Julian calendar. While Easter, as we know it today, was never a pagan festival, its roots and many of its traditions have associated with ancient pagan customs and beliefs.
Read. Go down. Let me see. Get some key points. Go down. Go down. Go down. Yep. Here we go. Resurrection as a symbol of rebirth. This is what y'all celebrating today. Watch this. Read.
One theory that has been put forward is that the Easter story of crucifixion and resurrection is symbolic of rebirth and renewal and retells the cycle of the seasons, the death and return of the sun.
Hence Sunday. Hence y'all celebrate it on Sunday. Go ahead.
According to some scholars, such as Dr. Tony Nugent, teacher of theology and religious studies at Seattle University and Presbyterian minister, the Easter story comes from the Sumerian legend of Dumuzi,
Tammuz,
and his wife, Inanna,
Ishtar. Go ahead.
Epic myth called the Descent of Inanna, found inscribed on cuneiform clay tablets dating back to 2100 BC. When Tammuz dies, Ishtar is grief-stricken and follows him to the underworld. In the underworld, she enters through 7 gates, and her worldly attire is removed.
Hey, hold on. Hey, do we have Hislop? 2 Babylons?
Hislop? We should.
No, you can pull it up. You can pull it up on the phone. Hey, type in Alexander Hislop, the 2 Babylons. Real quick. I don't want to stay on this too long. Alexander Hislop, the 2 Babylons. Hey, give me Ezekiel 44 with Tammuz.
Yes, sir.
No, I think it's 13.
8 and 14.
Yeah, 8:14. I'm sorry. Go ahead. Read that.
Ezekiel chapter 8 and verse 14.
Read.
Verse 13. He said also unto me, turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations that they do. Then he brought me to the door of the gate of the Lord's house, which was towards the north. And behold, there sat women weeping for Tammuz.
For who?
For Tammuz.
There sat women weeping for Tammuz. This was our women weeping for Tammuz. Okay? So we always been celebrating Tammuz. Tammuz represent the sun. That's what he represents. All right? It all goes back to Nimrod. All this nonsense go back to Nimrod and Semiramis, the queen of heaven. That's what all these pagan holidays go back to. All right. Go down to Easter. You see it says section 2 Easter? Right there. What happened? You can't click it? Page, 91. One second, page 91. Can you bring it up? What page is that?
That's 90.
Yeah, that's 90. Oh, 91 right here. All right. Go down. Let me see. Go to the next page. I'm looking for where it started at Easter. Go to the next page. Next page. Well, until you get it, give me Colossians 2 and 8.
Colossians chapter 2 and verse 8. Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit.
So the Bible said, there it is right there, Easter. Says, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and lies. Okay, through lies. Right? Go ahead.
After the tradition of men.
Why? Because these pagan holidays are what? Read again.
The tradition of men.
All these pagan holidays, that Christmas, Thanksgiving, Easter,
Right.
Okay, Valentine's Day, they're all pagan holidays after the tradition of men. Who do we learn them from? Our slave masters. That's what we got these, but they go far. These holidays and pagan, all these pagan customs and philosophy, they go all the way back. All the way back. Read it again.
Beware, lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. After the tradition of men.
Read.
After the rudiments of the world.
Read on.
And not after Christ.
Yo, Easter has nothing to do with Christ.
That's right.
Nothing. It has absolutely nothing to do with Christ's death or when he resurrected. Absolutely nothing. All right. Well, now read this.
Section 2, Easter. Then look at Easter. What means the term Easter itself?
So what means the term Easter itself? Go ahead.
It is not a Christian name.
Easter not a Christian name. Read.
It bears its Chaldean origin on its very forehead. Easter is nothing else than Astarte.
Easter is nothing else than Astarte. That's where Easter come from. Astarte, Ishtar, Ashtoreth. Read.
One of the titles of Beltis,
The Queen of Heaven. Read it again. This is what y'all celebrating. This is what y'all celebrating. We talked to a sister yesterday at camp. Yep. You was teaching her. And you was telling her, like, Easter is not of the Bible. That's not, that's not our custom. She said, I'm still going to church. Yep. Straight up. She's like, I'm still going. I'm still going to church.
That's how I was raised up.
Yeah, she said, that's how I was raised up. Tradition. Read that again.
Then look at Easter. What means the term Easter itself? It is not a Christian name. Mm-hmm. It bears its Chaldean origin on its very forehead.
Read.
Easter is nothing else than Astarte, one of the titles of Beltis, the Queen of Heaven, whose name, as pronounced by the people Nineveh, was evidently identical with that now in common use in this country.
Read.
That name, as found by Layard on the Assyrian monuments,
is what?
Is Ishtar.
Ishtar. Easter, Ishtar, Astarte, all the same name. They all go back to the Queen of Heaven. Give me Jeremiah. Yeah, give me that real quick.
Jeremiah chapter 44 verse 15. Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods.
Mm-hmm. We was doing the same thing in that's why we was always in captivity.
Yep.
Always with idolatry, breaking God's laws. All right? That kept us in captivity. Go ahead.
Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods.
Wait, these brothers knew their wives was burning incense. And they ain't checked them. Go ahead.
And all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt and Pathros, answered Jeremiah, saying,
Hey, hold on, I'm sorry. That's just, it's the same thing today.
Yep.
Look at it. It's the same thing today. Who leads the black man to the church?
Bring it out.
The woman. It's the women. Right? They dress us up, put you on your Easter suit, and grandma leads you right to the church.
Right.
You really don't want to go, but grandma or your mom, whoever is leading you right to the church. Why? You got to show off your suit. Yeah, you got to show that suit off. You know how much money I spent on that suit? You got to go get your Easter basket. Read it again.
Then all the men which knew that their wives had burned incense.
And they ain't said nothing. They knew that their wives was doing this. Go ahead. Just like today, you got our men, our brothers in the world that know their wives is going to the church today. They know that. And they following right behind them. Go ahead.
That
To worship this nonsense. Read.
which knew that their wives had burned incense unto other gods, and all the women that stood by, a great multitude, even all the people that dwelt in the land of Egypt. And Pathros answered Jeremiah, saying, As for the word that thou hast spoken unto us in the name of the Lord,
Read.
we will not hearken unto thee, but we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense.
So we're going to do what we want, Jeremiah. We're going to do whatever the hell we want to do. There's nothing, just like she told you, officer, yesterday. It's like the sister said, look, I'm going to do whatever I want to do. I'm still going to the church. Read.
But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven.
That Queen of Heaven is Diana. That's Semiramis, Astarte. All right. Give me some more names.
Ishtar.
Venus, Ishtar. Okay. Ashtoreth. All right. Mother Nature. That's the Queen of Heaven. Go ahead.
But we will certainly do whatsoever thing goeth forth out of our own mouth to burn incense unto the Queen of Heaven, and to pour out drink offerings unto her, as we have done, we and our fathers and our kings and our princes in the cities of Judah and in the streets of Jerusalem. For then we had plenty of victuals, and we were well and saw no evil.
Right. So go back to the book now. Go back to the book. It says go where it says the worship of Bel.
The worship of Bel and Astarte was very early introduced into Britain along with the Druids, the priests of the groves. Some have imagined that the Druidical worship was first introduced by the Phoenicians, who, centuries before the Christian era, traded to the tin mines of Cornwall. But the unequivocal traces of that worship are found in regions of the British Islands where the Phoenicians never penetrated. And it has everywhere left indelible marks of the stronghold, which it must have had on the early British mind.
Right. Go down. Go to the next page. Let me see if there's any more. Yep. Read. Start at the late Lady Beard.
The Lady Bard of Fern Tower in Perthshire, says a writer in Notes and Queries thoroughly versed in British antiquities, told me that every year at Beltane on the 1st of May, a number of men and women assemble at an ancient Druidical circle of stones on her property near Crieff. They light a fire in the center. Each person puts a bit of oat cake in a shepherd's bonnet. They all sit down and draw blindfold a piece from the bonnet. One piece has been previously blackened, and whoever gets that piece has to jump through the fire in the center of the circle.
Oh man!
And pay.
Yo, what's going on? Damn! Go ahead, read on.
This is, in fact, a part of the ancient worship of Baal.
See that? Go ahead.
And the person.
Hey, Bishop went in on about Baal 2 weeks ago. 2 weeks ago, he was going, I think 2 or 3 weeks ago. He went in about Baal, the damn devil, Lord of the Flies. Go ahead.
And the person on whom the lot fell was previously was previously burnt as a sacrifice. Now the passing through the fire represents that, and the payment of the forfeit redeems the victim. If Baal was thus worshipped in Britain, it will not be difficult to believe that his consort,
Right, his consort. Go ahead.
Astarte,
Easter. Go ahead.
was also adored by our ancestors.
Read.
And that from Astarte, whose name in Nineveh was
Ishtar. Read.
the religious solemnities of April
Uh-huh.
is now practiced are called by the name of
Easter. That's what you're celebrating today. That's what you worship. It's idolatry. All right? Give me, read on before we get 1 Samuel. Read on.
That month among our pagan ancestors having been called Easter Moneth, the festival of which we read in church history under the name of Easter in the 3rd or 4th centuries was quite a different festival from that now observed in the Romish church. And at that time was not known by any such name as Easter. It was called Pasch, or the Passover, and though not of apostolic institution.
Where you at?
Institution is like a little star here.
Okay, go ahead.
Was very early observed by many professing Christians in commemoration of the death and resurrection of Christ.
See that nonsense? All right, go down. Let me see if there's any more. Come on. Go move it up. Go over. Go down. Let me see. All right, that's all I want. Give me 1 Samuel 7:3.
1 Samuel, chapter 7 and verse 3. And Samuel spake unto all the house of Israel, saying, If you do return unto the Lord with all your hearts, then put away the strange gods, and Ashtaroth.
And who?
And Ashtaroth.
Ashtaroth is Astarte. Ashtaroth is Ishtar. Ashtaroth is Easter. All right? Ashtaroth is just the ancient name. All right? Going all the way back to the Queen of Heaven. Same thing. Read it again.
Then put away the strange gods and Ashtaroth from among you, and prepare your hearts unto the Lord, and serve him only, and he will deliver you out of the hand of the Philistines. Then the children of Israel did put away Balaam and Ashtaroth.
You see that? Remember, if you see, like in the book, he said if we were celebrating Baal, then we were celebrating Ashtaroth as well. Right. They went hand in hand. Okay, you wasn't gonna celebrate Baal and not celebrate Ashtaroth. They went hand in hand because that's what that Baal Ashtaroth was Baal's consort. All right, Tammuz and Ashtaroth. Tammuz and the Queen of Heaven. They go hand in hand. All right, so you got some pictures of. So Ashtaroth was the goddess of fertility. Go to Wikipedia. Ashtaroth. Type in Ashtaroth real quick and.
That's the spirit of feminism we have today.
Yes, that's all it is. Today is Women's Day.
Basically. Yeah.
Today is Women's Day. Read that.
Ashtaroth.
Yeah, that's a little wild over there.
Ashtaroth. Also Ashtaroth, Astaroth or Astaroth in demonology is known to be the great duke of
Hold on,
hell.
man. Read it over again, bro. Read it.
Ashtaroth.
Go ahead.
Oh, gosh. Also, Ashtaroth, Astaroth, and Astaroth in demonology is known to be the great duke of hell in the first hierarchy with Beelzebub and Lucifer. He is part of the evil trinity. He is known to be a male figure.
Wait, what the hell is this? Go down. Do you type in the right name? Let me see. Go not to be. Yeah, you see where it says not to be confused with Ashtaroth. Oh, you looking in? This must be something you be looking at on the weekdays or something.
That was in his search history.
Yeah, that was in his search. That was in the search history, man. Damn. All right. Let's read. All right, go back up. Go to the top. All the way to the top. Redirect Ashtaroth. Right. So click on it. All right. Go ahead. So what it does is Ashtaroth, because it's Astarte. So it takes you to Astarte. Ashtaroth is just the ancient name. All right. So it takes you to Astarte. Go ahead. Same thing.
Astarte is the Hellenized form.
Go down to name. Let me see something. Name. Go down, go down. Go all the way down. Let's see. Right, because she had many names. All right, that's all I want. That's all I want. Give me Psalm 64 and make a diligent search.
Psalms, chapter 64 and verse 6. Verse 6. They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
You see that? So Esau, this is going into Esau, they search out sin. They search out sin, and they do what?
They accomplish a diligent search.
So that goes into their archaeology and so forth. They search, listen, Esau, read on.
Both the inward thought of every one of them.
So their minds read.
And the heart is deep.
So they're 10 steps ahead. They think deep. When they researching this stuff, they go deep. Think about it. Easter, all that, they conglomerate with bunnies and bunnies laying eggs and all that nonsense with Astarte, Asterisk, all that go back to Tammuz. They think deep. And they put all this stuff together, and then they give it to us. And now we out here celebrating it. Traditions of men.
Here's the new way to worship the devil.
Right. That's all you're doing. You're worshiping the devil.
Yep.
That's it. Read that again.
They search out iniquities. They accomplish a diligent search.
So all Esau do is search out sin. That's it. That's what iniquity means. Sin. That's what they search out. Right? They doing it now. That's all they do is search out sin.
Yep.
How can we keep them in sin? How can we keep the children of Israel in sin? I got it. Let's come up with a bunny. Okay. Easter egg hunt with some eggs.
Some chocolate.
Yeah, some chocolate. Let's get Easter baskets. So it's a gift for the kids. Let's say that, let's call it Easter. They won't know that it came all the way from, it has its origins all the way back to ancient Egypt. They won't know that. Why? Because we couldn't read it right, so we didn't know that. We didn't know no better once over here in slavery. So they was able to hand us Christmas, hand us Thanksgiving, Valentine's Day, all these different religions and so forth and holidays. All right, give me 2 Corinthians 11.
Second Corinthians
Hold on, let me get it.
Start at 3.
Yes, you start. Yep.
2 Corinthians chapter 11 and verse 3. But I fear, lest by any means, as the serpent beguiled Eve through his subtlety, so your mind should be corrupted from the simplicity that is in Christ.
Right, because it's simple to know that Christ is a black man according to the Bible.
Right.
Go ahead. That's the simplicity. Go ahead.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
Right, so Bishop brought this out yesterday. So for if he do what?
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus.
For if he that cometh preacheth another Jesus. Who preached another Jesus? Esau, the so-called white man. They sent their missionaries, their Jesuit priests all over. Wherever we were, they sent them out to preach Caesar Borgia to us. Go ahead.
Whom we have not preached.
Why? Because the apostles didn't say anything about a white man being Christ. Right? Go ahead.
Or if ye receive another spirit. Which ye have not received. Or another gospel.
Right. So that spirit, that gospel that we receive, worshiping what? Easter, okay, saying that Christ rose on Good Friday, all right, that's another gospel, okay, Good Friday, saying that he died on Good Friday and then he rose on what? Easter Sunday, all right, that's a whole nother gospel right there. Read that again.
Or if ye receive another spirit, which ye have not received, or another gospel, which ye have not accepted, ye might well bear with him.
Right. We got to correct those lies. We got to bring down those lies. All right. So, all right, let's get off of that. So now we're going to switch topics. We're going to get into the Arabs. We're going to get into the Arabs. All right. Let's get Genesis. Let's get Genesis real quick. Genesis 16 and 1. Let's start there. We're going to deal with the Arabs. Ishmael. The Ishmaelites.
Genesis chapter 16 and verse 1. Now Sarah, Abram's wife, bare him no children. And she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar. And Sarah said unto Abram, Behold now, the Lord have restrained me from bearing. I pray thee.
I'm sorry. Start at verse 1 again. I'm sorry.
Yes, sir. Verse 1. Now Sarai, Abram's wife, bare him no children. And she had an handmaid, an Egyptian, whose name was Hagar.
Read.
And Sarai said unto Abram, Behold now, the Lord hath restrained me from bearing. I pray thee, go in unto my maid. It may be that I may obtain children by her.
So Sarai' plan was to obtain children by the Egyptian handmaid that she had, which name was Hagar. Go ahead.
And Abram hearkened to the voice of Sarah.
So he listened. He's like, all right, it was a suggestion. He said, okay, cool. Go ahead.
And Sarah, Abram's wife, took Hagar, her maid, to the Egyptian, after Abram had dwelt 10 years in the land of Canaan, and gave her to her husband Abram to be his wife. And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes. And Sarah said unto Abram, My wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid into thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. The Lord judge between me and thee.
Read that again.
And Sarah said unto Abram, My wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid.
Wait, read verse 4.
Verse 4. And he went in unto Hagar, and she conceived. And when she saw that she had conceived, her mistress was despised in her eyes. And Sarah said unto Abram, My wrong be upon thee. I have given my maid into thy bosom. And when she saw that she had conceived, I was despised in her eyes. The Lord judge between me and thee.
Right, go ahead.
But Abram said unto Sarai, Behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleaseth thee. And when Sarai dealt hardly...
So she started, Hagar started thinking she was better than Sarah. That's why she said she was despised in her eyes. She said her mistress was despised in her eyes. Go ahead.
But Abram said unto Sarai, Behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleaseth.
No, I'm sorry. Sarah started hating Hagar. Go ahead.
But Abram said unto Sarah, Behold, thy maid is in thy hand. Do to her as it pleaseth thee. And when Sarai dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face. And the angel of the Lord found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain in the way of Shur. And he said, Hagar, Sarah's maid.
Yo, read verse 6 again.
Verse 6. But Abram said unto Sarai, Behold, thy maid is in thy hand.
So Abram like, yo, look, man, you do whatever you want to, that's your handmaid. Go ahead.
Do to her as it pleaseth thee.
Read.
And when Sarai dealt hardly with her, she fled from her face.
So she dealt hardly with her. So, listen, you got to read in between the lines. So it was a lot of ass whoopings going on.
So Hagar thought she was better than Sarah because
Right.
she was able to conceive and Sarah wasn't.
Right.
So Sarah peeped it and she went to Abraham like, yo, look at this woman. I messed up by giving her to you, but look what Abraham's like, yo, do what you want with her. That's your handmaid. But you know what's crazy? Hagar thought she was better than Sarah because she conceived. Today, in this day and age, because they're celebrating Easter, sisters that do have children are the ones looked down upon.
Right.
And the ones that don't have children are the ones that are lifted up, those that get abortions and do all this other nonsense. But if you see our foremothers, they wanted to have children.
Yeah, they wanted to have, right. Yep.
And it's to the point where even the handmaid thought she was better than her mistress because she was having children.
She was having children.
Yep.
And she the one that, like, look, I'm the one that told you, I'm the one that allowed you to do that.
Yep.
So Hagar forgot that thing. So she like, look, man, well, Abraham said, well, you do what you got to do. That's your handmaid. So she dealt hardly with her. Go ahead. To the point that she got up out of there. Go ahead.
And the angel of the Lord found her by a fountain of water in the wilderness, by the fountain in the way of Shur. And he said, Hagar, Sarah's maid, whence comest thou? And whither wilt thou go? And she said, I will flee from the face of my mistress Sarah.
Hey, mind you, Hagar being whooped right now, she's pregnant.
Mm-hmm.
Sarah's whooping her while she's pregnant.
Right. Yep.
Hagar,
She didn't give a damn.
Yeah, Hagar running too, like, yo, I gotta get away.
She didn't care. Go ahead.
And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Return to thy mistress, and submit thyself under her hands. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly, that it shall not be numbered for multitude.
What verse you at?
Verse 10.
Read.
You want me to read it again?
Yeah, read again.
Verse 10. And the angel of the Lord said unto her, I will multiply thy seed exceedingly, that it shall not be numbered for multitude.
Read.
And the angel of the Lord said unto her, Behold, thou art with child, and shalt bear a son, and shalt call his name Ishmael.
So she will bear a son and will call his name Ishmael. Read.
Because the Lord hath heard thy affliction.
So Ishmael means affliction heard. Go ahead.
And he will be a wild man.
Ishmael will be a what?
A wild man.
Ishmael will be a very wild man. Read that again.
And he will be a wild man. His hand will be
So we'll get into that. Oh, you got those pictures up? Right. So Ishmael will be a wild man. So wild that he would strap C4 on his chest. He would take over a plane and just run it into a building. He don't care. What they call it, a suicide mission? That's Ishmael. Remember, we dealing with the Arabs, but we dealing with Ishmael, the Ishmaelites. Go ahead.
And he will be a wild man. His hand will be against every man, and every man's hand against him.
Read.
And he shall dwell in the presence of all his brethren. And she called the name of the Lord. And then she called the name of the Lord that spake unto her, Thou God seest me. For she said, Have I also here looked after him that seeth me? Wherefore the well was called Beralahorah. Behold, it is between Kadesh and Bered. And Hagar bare Abram a son, and Abram called his son's name, which Hagar bare Ishmael.
Read.
And Abram was 86 years old when Hagar bare Ishmael to Abram.
So Abram was 86 years old when Ishmael was born. All right. Now, I didn't give y'all this Bible history. Somebody say something.
If you could go to Proverbs chapter 30, verse 23, in regards to Hagar and Sarai.
30:23, you said?
Yep. So the Bible does touch on this particular episode.
Yes, sir.
If you could start at verse 21.
Yes, sir. Proverbs chapter 30 and verse 21. For 3 things the earth is disquieted.
So 3 things the earth is disquieted, it takes away peace, is alarming or disturbing. Read.
And for 4 which it cannot bear. For a servant when he reigneth, and a fool when he is filled with meat. For an odious woman when she is married, and an handmaid that is heir to her mistress.
So that's the thing that's disturbing, or it takes away peace. When Hagar had brought an heir in and Sarah couldn't, it took away peace and tranquility in the household. Therefore, his hatred started to occur.
All right. One second. I'm trying to pull this page up. Hey, go to it's a book called Bible History. Type in Bible History Volume 1. Bible History Volume 1. Pull it up real quick. Let me see. Go up. Bible History Volume 1. Go to books. Try to go to books. There's no tab for books? Damn. Okay. Let me see. 1 second. While I wait for that, get Genesis 21. Genesis 21 and 9.
Genesis chapter 21 and verse 9. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, Cast out this bondwoman and her son, for the son of this bondwoman shall not be
Hold on, let me see. That's Genesis 21 and 9, right?
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Start up above a little bit. Let me see. Hold on.
Oh, no.
Yeah, start at verse 1.
Yes, sir. Genesis chapter 21 and verse 1. And the Lord visited Sarah, and he had said, and the Lord did unto Sarah as he had spoken. For Sarah conceived and bare Abram a son in his old age, at the set time of which God has spoken to him. And Abraham called the name of his son that was born unto him, whom Sarah bare to him, Isaac. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old.
Right, so now Isaac is born. Go ahead.
As God had commanded him. And Abraham was 100 years old when his son Isaac was born unto him. And Sarah said, God have made me to laugh, so that all that hear will laugh with me. And she said, who would have said unto Abraham that Sarah should have given children suck? For I have borne him a son in his old age. And the child grew and was weaned. And Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had borne unto Abraham, mocking. Wherefore she said unto Abraham, cast out this bondwoman and her son.
Yo, get them out of here. Go ahead.
For the son of this bondwoman shall not be heir with my son, even with Isaac. And the thing was very grievous in Abraham's sight because of his son. And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman, and all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
For in who?
For in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. All right. So Ishmael, Hagar and Ishmael got kicked out, all right, because he was mocking Sarah. All right. Go ahead.
Verse 13. And also of the son of the bondwoman will I make a nation, because he is thy seed. Mm-hmm. And Abraham rose up early in the morning and took bread and a bottle of water and gave it unto Hagar, putting it on her shoulder and the child, and sent her away. And she departed and wandered in the wilderness of Bathsheba. And the water was spent in the bottle. And she cast the child under one of the shrubs. Mm-hmm. And she went and sat her down over against him a good way off. And it were a bow shot. For she said, let me not.
So it was as if you shot an arrow. As if you shot a arrow. So it was like a bow shot how far she was from him, because she was just looking for him to die. Go ahead.
Mm-hmm. Let me not see the death of the child.
Read.
And she sat over against him and lifted up her voice and wept. And God heard the voice of the lad. And the angel of God called to Hagar out of heaven and said unto her, what aileth thee, Hagar? What aileth thee, Hagar? Fear not, for God hath heard the voice of the lad where he is. Arise, lift up the lad and hold him in thy hand, for I will make him a great nation.
So the Lord says he's going to make Ishmael a great nation. Go ahead.
And God opened her eyes, and she saw a well of water, and she went and filled the bottle with water and gave the lad drink. And God was with the lad, and he grew and dwelt in the wilderness and became an archer. And he dwelt.
So Ishmael became an archer. So he was good at the bow and the arrow. Go ahead.
And he dwelt in the wilderness of Paran. Mm-hmm. And his mother took him a wife out of the land of Egypt.
So he married an Egyptian. All right. Give me Genesis 25. I cannot find that book. That's not it. Give me Genesis 25, and you start at verse. You start at verse 12.
Yes, sir. Genesis chapter 25 and verse 12.
Still dealing with Ishmael.
Now these are the generations of Ishmael, Abraham's son, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah's handmaid, bare unto Abraham. And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael by their names.
So now he had sons. Go ahead.
According to their generations. The firstborn of Ishmael, Nabojah, and Kedar, and Abel.
Hey, hold on. Did we read where he said he would have 12? Lord
12
say
princes?
Yeah.
We didn't read that.
Come on.
Genesis 17, 20.
Come on, brother.
Yes, sir. Genesis chapter 17 and verse 20.
All right, read that.
And as for Ishmael, I have heard thee. Behold, I have blessed him and will make him fruitful and will multiply him exceedingly.
So the Lord said he's going to multiply Ishmael exceedingly. Read.
12 princes.
How many?
12 princes
12 princes. Read.
shall he beget. And I will make him a great nation.
So the Lord said he's going to make Ishmael a great nation. 12 princes shall he have. And he's going to make him a great nation. But watch this. Read on.
But my covenant will I establish with Isaac.
But the covenant was with Isaac only. With Isaac only. But the Lord did say, look, I'm going to bless Ishmael too. I'm going to give him 12 princes. He's going to become a great nation. He's going to be blessed. But my covenant is with Isaac. And in thy seed, in Isaac's seed. Go back to that part.
Yes, sir. Genesis chapter 21 and verse 12. And God said unto Abraham, let it not be grievous in thy sight because of the lad, and because of thy bondwoman, and all that Sarah hath said unto thee, hearken unto her voice. For in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
See that? For in Isaac shall thy seed be called. All right. Now go back to Genesis 25. Genesis 25.
Genesis chapter 25 and verse 12.
Read.
Now these are the generation of Ishmael, Abraham's sons, whom Hagar the Egyptian, Sarah handmaid, bare unto Abraham.
Read.
And these are the names of the sons of Ishmael by their names according to their generations.
Read.
The firstborn of Ishmael, Nabojah.
Naboth. Go ahead.
And Kedar.
And Kedar. Read.
And Adbel.
Adbeel.
And Mibsam.
Go ahead.
And Mishma. And Duma.
Uh-huh.
And Massa. And Hadar. And Tamah. Tema. And Jator.
Tour.
Nephish. And Kadima.
Kadima.
These are the sons of Ishmael.
Damn.
These are the sons of Ishmael, and these are their names by their towns and by their castles. 12 princes.
How many?
12 princes.
Read.
According to their nations.
See that? So 12 princes. So Ishmael did have 12 princes according to their nation. Read on.
And these are the years of the life of Ishmael, 137 years.
So Ishmael lived to 137 years. Read on.
And he gave up the ghost and died, and was gathered unto his people. And they dwelt from Havilah and unto Shur, that is before Egypt, as thou goest toward Assyria. And he died in the presence of all his brethren.
Hey, can you pull up a map of Havilah? Pull up a map of Havilah unto Shur, that is before Egypt. Can you find that for me? Blow it up.
Arabia, right?
Yep.
Until like Babylon.
Yep. This is where Ishmael, this is the 12 princes dwelt. Go ahead. Blow it up. Which one you got? Yeah, let me see that one. No, not that one. Yeah, blow it up. Yep, that's good. There you go. All right, so this is read that again, and we're going to check out this map.
Verse 18. And they dwelt from Havilah unto Shur.
So there's Havilah. So Ishmael, Ishmael's sons, the 12 princes, they dwelt from Havilah, right here. All right, go ahead.
Unto Shur.
Unto Shur. So they dwelt from Havilah unto Shur. Read on.
Before Egypt.
Right before Egypt. Go ahead.
As thou goest towards Assyria.
As thou goest towards Assyria. Go back up to Assyria. So the whole area on down. All right, the whole area on down, which is now today known as what? Arabia.
Right.
Saudi Arabia. Okay. All right. So that's today Arabia, Saudi Arabia. Now, give me Josephus. I put it on the Telegram. Josephus. Josephus, page 39. All right, so this is Josephus. There's many translations of Josephus. different editions, but this one is 1701.
Damn.
All right, so it's a 1701 edition. Okay, give me the next page. Page 39. Blow it up. Read that. That's chapter 12.
Chapter 12 of Ishmael, Abraham's son, and of the Arabians' posterity. But the Arabians circumcised not until the age of 13 years.
I wonder why. Let's go back to the scriptures.
Right.
Say the Arabians circumcised not till the age of 13 years. Why?
You want 21 and 4?
Yep.
Genesis chapter 21 and verse 4. And Abraham circumcised his son Isaac, being 8 days old.
How old was Ishmael? Go ahead.
Being 8 days old, as God has commanded. Oh no, we want the other one.
Genesis 17,
Yeah,
verse
17.
25.
Genesis chapter 17 and verse 25.
Read.
And Ishmael, his son, was 13 years old when he was circumcised in the flesh.
You see that? So Ishmael was circumcised when he was 13 years old. Hence, go back now.
But the Arabians circumcised not till the age of 13 years.
So they following their ancestor Ishmael. Go ahead.
Because Ishmael, their ancestor,
Read.
and Abraham's son by the concubine, was circumcised in the 13th year after he was born.
Read.
Of which Ishmael it behooveth to speak more exactly in this place. Sarah loved Ishmael, begotten on her servant Hagar, from the beginning, with no less affection than if he had been her own son.
Read.
To that he was brought up as Abraham's heir. But after she had brought forth Isaac, she thought it no more requisite that Ishmael should be brought up with her son,
Yeah, right. All right. You can get him out of here now. I got mine. Go ahead.
because he was elder, and might after his father's decease become the master. She incited Abraham therefore to send both him and his mother to some other place. But at first he gave no ear to Sarah's request, thinking it more than barbarous cruelty to drive away a tender child and his mother destitute of all necessities.
Read.
At length, by the commandment of God, he listened to his wife's counsel and committed the child unto his mother,
Right. So we read all this. Go ahead.
being of himself as yet unapt to travel, and giving them a pitcher of water and bread.
Damn. We only got a pitcher of water and some bread. Go ahead.
He commanded them to go thither.
Look, man, y'all got to get up out of here. You know, Sarah tripping. Go ahead.
Whither their necessity should drive them. And when their victuals failed them, and their water was consumed, she laid the child, being faint and weak, under an oak.
But it's not that Sarah tripping. I'm just saying that. It's that she knew the prophecy that what? The scripture said that in Isaac shall thy seed be called.
Right.
She understood that. So she's like, look, you got to get them out of here because he ain't part. He's not going to be heir to anything. Go ahead.
And to the end that in her presence he should not breathe his last, she went a little way from him. At that time, an angel of God appeared unto her, showing her a fountain hard by that place, and charging her to look to the careful education of her child, because that by the conservation of Ishmael she was to expect great happiness. Upon these promises she took comfort, and falling into the company of shepherds, she by their bounty was relieved in her distress.
Read on.
Afterwards, when Ishmael had attained man's estate,
So when Ishmael became an adult, read.
he married a wife of the nation of the Egyptians, from whence his mother had her origin, by whom he had her original,
Go ahead.
by whom he had 12 sons,
So the 12 princes, read.
namely Naboth, Cedar,
Cedar is Kedar. So we're going to deal with Naboth and Kedar after break. We're going to deal with Naboth and Kedar after break. Go ahead.
Abdiel, Adumas, Musam, Mimas, Masmas, Chodam, Theman, Jator, Naphes, Kalmas, all which inhabit the lands which are between Euphrates and the Red Sea, the name of which country is Nabataean.
Right. So that's what we're going to deal with after the break. Go ahead. Read on.
These are they that began and made famous the nation of the Arabians, as well in respect of their prowess as of the dignity of Abraham.
Right. 'Cause remember, Ishmael became an archer. Okay, so he knew how to use that bow and arrow. So it said as they, what it says, made famous the nation of the Arabians as well in the respect of their prowess, as of the dignity of Abraham. All right. So look, we're gonna take a quick break. We'll be back. All right, we'll be back after the break.
Most High in Christ, bless Israel, Bishop Nathaniel here. Some of you call me the general, and I appreciate that. The gospel hasn't been preached everywhere as yet. There's much work to be done. As we know, the 12 tribes of Israel, like James 1:1 said, was scattered throughout all nations. I need some volunteers. I need some of you mighty men to stand up. You deacons, captains, officers, soldiers, stand up. I need volunteers to go on this mission.
With Passover right around the corner, IUIC will now be presenting Passover Boom Cards, the ideal tool used to teach our prophets and princesses the biblical history of Passover. They are also available in English and Spanish, so don't hesitate to grab your very own deck of boom cards at wow.boomlearning.com/author/IUIC.
And shalom, family. Most High in Christ bless you. Bishop Kanai. We're here, South by Southwest in Austin, Texas. The streets are full of people. We have some listen, some reject them, but guess what? The word of God is going out.
Expectations for the film is to leave with us a visual imprint on why we need to continue to make more films like what you see coming out of IUIC. Joseph's Dream was another good example. It gives the visual imagery. That's very important. We must be able to see things in our mind before we can act upon it. So what these films do, it actually puts a vision in our mind and it gives us something to step towards rather than somebody just quote unquote telling the story. Now we got visual aid that helps us in our tenacious drive towards the truth of the Bible. And that's good for our children as well.
To the 12 tribes which are scattered abroad, greetings. So the same mission the disciples had is our mission today. Our mission is unlike any other mission throughout the world. I want everybody to understand that, okay? There's no group on earth who has undertaken the true mission of the disciples of Christ to resurrect and gather the 12 tribes of Israel which have been scattered abroad. You may call it the diaspora today. The Bible uses other words, the scattered, okay? But it's the same thing. Our people who suffered during the time of colonialization, forced migration, sub-Saharan slave trade, transatlantic slave trade, and it seems like our people have been forgotten. But you are not forgotten.
And it shall come to pass in that day that the Lord shall set his hand again, the second time, to recover the remnant of his people.
It's you who don't know. It's you Afro-Syrians who don't know your history.
And going to the other side of India, you see the Dalits as well as the Siddhis. Same thing on the Eastern Hemisphere. Mass incarceration, police brutality, lynchings, convict leasings.
You brothers and sisters in South Sudan, your heritage goes far deeper than where you live.
You are the children of God.
Ein Herz, das arge Ränke. Was sind
Vamos poder suportar.
Les Français.
Laat je niet misleiden tot filosofie van.
Israel united in Christ, from corners to countries, gathering the 12 tribes of Israel. We gonna take the world.
Hey, Most High in Christ, bless Israel, Bishop of that. Yeah, some of you call me the general, and I appreciate that term, but today we're going to find out if I'm a true general or not. في متى 28 أمر المسيح بالتأديب اذهبوا إلى كل الأمم وعمدوهم باسم الآب والابن والروح القدس وعلمهم أن ينتبهوا بغض النظر عما أوصيك بفعله كما نعلم فإن 12 قبيلة من إسرائيل كما قال يعقوب 1:1 منتشرة في جميع أنحاء العالم جميع البلدان من تجارة الرقيق جنوب الصحراء الكبرى إلى تجارة الرقيق عبر المحيط الأطلسي. حسنا، سنتعامل مع ذلك. Das Evangelium wurde überall gepredigt, doch es gibt noch viel zu tun. Okay, hinzu. Korintherbrief Kapitel 10, rund Vers 16. Ich glaube, Paulus hat gesagt, man solle das Evangelium in Regionen jenseits seiner selbst predigen und sich nicht mit der Arbeit anderer Männer rühmen. Wir wollen nicht damit prahlen, dass kein anderes Lager so hoch arbeitet, dass wir auf eine Mission berufen werden. Wir müssen diese Mission erfüllen. Dusig heb je moedig, dapper en gedurft nodig, Diakenen, Kapiteins, Offizieren, Soldaten op te staan en jezelf waardig te tonen voor deze waarheid. Oké, dus wat ik kan doen, ik kan je iets laten zien. Yoku kite, kono chizu o miseru. Kanada ni waikutsuka no gaku arimasu. Amerika no itaru tokoro ni mo aru. Takaki kami ni kanshashimasu. Tsugi wa Mekishiko ni hairu. No tenemos ninguna base todavía aquí. Entiende, no tenemos fundamento. Tenemos enseñanzas, pero ningún fundamento. El Altísimo nos acaba de permitir abrir una escuela aquí en Ecuador. Pero escucha, mira, no tenemos fundamento en estas áreas. Está bien, tenemos algunas enseñanzas, pero ningún fundamento. Sin fundamento, necesitamos llegar a toda Argentina y Chile. Tuna shule kadha katika bara la Afrika kutoa sifa zote kadhalika walio juu zaidi kadhalika hilo shule kadha tunazo hapa, lakini hiyo haitoshi. Tunahitaji shule nyingi zaidi za ukweli wa Injili inayofundishwa sawa. Tunahitaji kugonga maeneo haya Madagascar hata Zambia, Angola sawa. Ndio tunaanza msingi hapa Jamhuri ya Kidemokrasia ya Congo. D'accord, nous n'avons rien. Oh, nous aussi nous avons l'Europe. Pas encore de fondation en Espagne, une petite école France. L'Allemagne nous en faut plus. Il y a plus de travail à faire, plus de travail à faire. Eka, Arniya Bhagat कोणतीही मूलभूत शिकवण नाही. जेव्हा मी पाया म्हणतो, तेव्हा मला शाळा म्हणतात. मी एक माणूस एक संपूर्ण गेला याचा अर्थ असा नाही इकडे क्षेत्र आणि बाकी काहीतरी शिकवले. मी बोलत आहे की कोणताही पाया नाही, या प्रदेशात सुवार्ता शिकवली जात आहे. म्हणून आम्हाला आवश्यक आहे तेथे सत्य शिकवायचे. ठीक आहे. अगदी ऑस्ट्रेलिया. आमचे काही लोक इथे आहेत ऑस्ट्रेलियामध्ये. ठीक आहे. न्यूगिनी, इंडोनेशिया, सुमात्रा, व्हिएतनाम. ठीक आहे. या प्रदेशामध्ये आहेत इस्रायली पाया नाही. सत्य सुवार्ता शिकवली पाहिजे की आपल्या लोकांना या प्रदेशात विखुरलेले आहेत. Está bem, a partir do momento do comércio subsaariano de escravos. Compreende isso. Compreende isso, Israel. Compreende isto. Muito trabalho a fazer. Muito trabalho a fazer. Allora Israele, ho bisogno di alcuni volontari. Ho bisogno che alcuni di voi uomini potenti si alzino in piedi. Diaconi, capitani, ufficiali, soldati, alzatevi. Ho bisogno di volontari per questa missione.
Shalom, brothers and sisters, Most High in Christ bless. We want to thank you all for following Isaiah 11 ministry. We're here to inform you that the local Sabbath classes will now be available in all languages. All of the classes from the bishops, deacons, and captains will now be available in all languages. As it says in Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12, says that the Most High shall set up an ensign for the people. Stay tuned. Most High and Christ bless you all.
Solomon said, I am black. Free black comes. But what? Comes. You heard tall, dark, and handsome.
Jesus the Christ is a black man.
He says that this is Jesus Christ. Now, black say, okay, in my follow, Congo. This image came to the Congo. This image over here, and this is what's happened to the people over here.
Because they hid in the past, they came out in class, the bishops don't show us the dragons well.
We never backing down, approaching lies like what's all the cap about? We the new era of men and we standing up, bringing up God's words, you ain't what's to chat about. Heathens and demons and snakes are attacking now, but they hate us and they hate the boot banging sound. The secrets they hid in the past, they came out in class, the bishop done showed us the dragon's route. We and my people, we tracking down, too fast and we stop, got them spazzing out. When we march or sink, hit that thunder shot. The time is night, Christ is coming down. Hitting up country, you more than this local, you know that the apostles do travel out. Israel is scattered abroad, then we in the...
I did it. What we're teaching about?
Hey, ask Deacon Malachi what happened.
Nah, let me show you. What happened, Deep? No. You don't want to know. You just said who you on the
A black brother got mad and tried to attack Deacon Malachi.
Yeah, we're leaving it though. We're leaving it.
Inside this basilica. So we're inside the basilica. Nothing but Edomites around. The only Israelite there besides us is a brother that's deceived by false image of Cedric Boisier. And he has a picture up there of Cedric Boisier. He's on the ground, so we go to take pictures of him. So Deacon Malachi goes up to him and says, hey, bro, you know Jesus ain't white, right?
Don't say that, you are blaspheming. Get away. How dare you blaspheme the name of Jesus? No, get away, don't blaspheme here. You don't blaspheme. How dare you come here to blaspheme the name of Jesus? Be inside. No, get out. How dare you blaspheme here inside the tabernacle? Who are you? He's not white, man. Get away, get away.
He get mad and get up and push Deacon Malachi. Get mad, get angry, so we had to jump in between them. Whole scuffle going on. Edomite running out there. They scared. Deep, man, deep. I'll pray the Most High. The Spirit was on him, man.
There will come a time when black people wake up and become intellectually independent enough to think for themselves as other humans are intellectually independent enough to think for themselves. Then the black man will feel for other black people. And this new thinking and feeling will cause black people to stick together. And then at that point, you'll have a situation where when you attack one black man, you are attacking all black men.
We shall set up an ensign for all the nations, the word Gentiles means nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth.
kitchen scene. It's hot, and then they say, Moses!
Hey, Shalom, we back. We back from the break. All right. Hey, you could put the number up real quick. Put the number up. All right. Remember, you could call us. You could call us at 267-702-6121, or you could text us at 267-702-6121. All right, Israel. So, getting back, go back to Genesis 21. Genesis 21 and verse 9.
Yes, sir.
All right, you got the Bible Hub? All right.
Genesis chapter 21 and verse 9. And Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abraham, mocking.
Right, so it says, and Sarah saw the son of Hagar the Egyptian, which she had born unto Abraham, mocking. So here it doesn't really explain in this verse or chapter what the mocking meant. We knew it was something bad because why? Abraham and Sarah, they kicked them out. They kicked Hagar and Ishmael out, right? Now, give me Galatians 4:29. Shout out to Officer Manny. Give me Galatians 4:29.
Galatians chapter 4 and verse 29. But as then, he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit.
You see that? Read it again.
He that was born after the flesh persecuted.
Go ahead.
Persecuted him that was born after the spirit.
You see that? So he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit. So saying what? Ishmael persecuted Isaac. That was the mocking. All right? That was the mocking. All right? Now, give me the definition of mocking. Definition of mocking. We have a text? We do?
Oh, God. Can you read it?
Is it pertaining to class? Yeah, it looked like it. Yeah, read that. Go to the text real quick.
It says, Shalom, leadership, Most High Christ bless. I have a few questions.
Oh, snap. You got a few questions. All right, we try to answer one. Go ahead.
Would you mind explaining the word Negro? To my understanding, it was used to describe all sub-Saharan Africans by Esau, but in the Zondervan, it speaks on Ham being the father of the dark nations, not the Negroes, even though the Egyptians, Libyans, etc. would be classified as Negroes technically. When did the word Negro become exclusively to Semitic black Israelites, black/Israelites?
It was always exclusive. Because he's referring to the where it says Ham, not the Negroes. All right, so they always call Negro just mean black. All right, and they always refer to us. They always refer to us as Negro. When you look at the map, of Africa, old map, it says Negro land. That's because they knew where we was at. That's why.
You know,
I'm sorry.
No, my bad.
They always differentiate. They called us Negroes. They knew who we were, so they called us Negroes, and then they called everyone else Hamitic or Nilotes. Okay, they call it Nilote, the Nilotics, which was Ham, and then you had the Arabs that was there. Yeah, pull that up, and then you had us that they termed Negro, and then you had the Arabs that called us. That called it the where we was at, the Sudan, which was called the Bilal el Sudan, which meant land of the blacks. All right, so they always called us Negro. That's why they differentiated in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary under Ham. They said not the Negroes because they refer to us as Negroes. They let you know they know who we are. Right. They know who we are. They like, look, we the same color, but we don't come from Ham.
Right.
All right. Go ahead. What you gonna say, officer?
So I've seen videos of like native Africans, Hamites. When you call them black or Negro, they get offended.
Yeah,
like, I'm not black. I ain't Negro.
Yeah.
Like just because I have dark skin, don't make me, black. They're letting you know, like, look, I'm not, because they know what black and Negro means. Right. It means us. So when you call them, I've seen multiple videos. So from like Hamites from Ethiopia to the West Coast, from the north to the south, they get offended when you give them those epithets.
Right. So you're correct. It was used to describe all of us that was in sub-Saharan Africa. All right. That's what it was used to describe all of us, Negroes. Okay. But in the Zondervan, yes, under Ham, it says being the father of the dark nations, not the Negroes, because that's talking about us. What you read is that Esau know who you are. That's what you read. Esau know that you are not of Ham. You come from Shem. He let you know the Negroes in America are from Shem. The Negroes that came over on slave ships are from Shem. He let you know you are Israelite. That's what you read. Hey, give him the map. You got the map? You pulled it up? Hey, just like, for example, is it here? Let me see if it's on this map. Do you have the one with the kingdom of Judah? Because Esau always knew where we were. And even though they knew we from the tribe of Judah, they still called us Negroes. They still termed us Negroes. You pull it up? Do it say Negro land on here too? If it don't worry about it. Just pull up the one that says Negro land. So we get back to the class. Let's pull up the one Negro land. Right. So as you see the maps here, these are old maps. These are from the 1700s. You see it says Kingdom of Judah or Wida, Slave Coast. All right. They knew that the Jews was there, but they still called us Negroes. You understand? So they knew the tribe of Judah was there, but they still termed us Negroes. As you can see, it says Negro land. Why? Because we was all in that area. We was all concentrated in that area. So in the Zondervan Bible Dictionary under Ham, they know what they're talking about. The scholars know what they're talking about. They know who we are.
Also over here, the Native Americans, Gad was also called Negroes. Yeah. So they know who to call Negroes. Mm-hmm. When it comes to Jacob, the 12 tribes, they call all of us Negroes. Right. They call them tree niggas.
Yep. You look in the movie The Revenant with Leonardo DiCaprio, that's what they call them.
Right.
So
hey, also, I don't know if you. It was a couple of episodes ago, a couple of shows ago. I went into even in ancient Rome. In ancient Rome, they called us Negroes. Okay, they called us Aethiops. Same carry the same connotation. It means black. All right, it means black, and they gave us that. They gave us that term there in ancient Rome as well. Okay, they called us Negroes. So they always differentiate. They always called us Negroes. Always called us Negroes. All right, so what's the next question?
The next question is, also recently, Hamite is used by Edomites to describe Edom and Ishmaelite invaders of North Africa. Are there any literary sources that go into the difference between real black Hamites and Semitic Negroes that fled into Africa?
I'm going to deal with that later on in this episode. I'm going to deal with that. I'm going to go into that. All right. We dealt with it. With the elder dealt with that already. Went into the Berbers and
we call Hamites. The Edomites call Hamites.
No.
I never heard of it.
No. Oh, I read it wrong. Let me see that.
Yeah,
Read it
top
again.
half. It says, also recently, Hamite is used.
I'm thinking of Ham and going in North fleeing to Africa. That's why I'm go ahead, read it again.
It says, also recently, Hamite is used by Edomites to describe Edomite and Ishmaelite invaders of North Africa.
Oh, no.
Never heard of that.
I'm gonna deal with Ham later on. I'm gonna deal with Ham later on. We get into that, but nah. Esau never used that to describe Esau and Ishmael together. Esau and Ishmael, they did mix. They did mix. So they did mix in North Africa, Ishmael and East in the Ottoman Turks. So you had the Ottoman Turks and you had Ishmaelite was mixing, which was Esau and the Arabs. So yes, that did happen, but they wasn't called Hamites. No, that wasn't called Hamites. But like I said, I'm gonna deal with that later on in the episode with Ham. Them fleeing into North Africa and the Arabs as well. All right. That's the only question? Yeah, that's the only question. All right. All right, let's get back. Go to the definition of mocking.
Mock.
Damn, I read that whole thing. I'm like, yeah, the elder devil was like, wait, hold on. Go ahead, read that.
Mock. To attack or treat with ridicule, contempt, or derision. To ridicule by mimicry of action or speech. Mimic derisively.
Right. So going into mocking is to attack or treat with ridicule, contempt, meaning hatred, or derision. Go ahead, read on.
To mimic, imitate, or counterfeit.
Mm-hmm.
To challenge, defy. To deceive, delude, or disappoint.
Jump down to 6.
To use ridicule or derision, scoff,
go ahead,
jeer, often followed by at. A contemptuous or derisive, imitative action or speech, mockery or derision.
Mm-hmm. All right, read the last one. They all saying the same thing. Go ahead.
Something mocked or derided, an object of derision.
Right. So that's the definition of mock: to attack or treat with ridicule or contempt, deride.
Hey,
all right.
Can we read Galatians 4:28 again?
Yep.
Yes, or 29. 29. Yeah.
Galatians chapter 4 and verse 29.
Hey, after that, then give me the Bible hub.
This is going to let you know that it's the first definition of attack and ridicule and all that. Read that.
But as then, he that was born after the flesh persecuted him that was born after the spirit.
So the one born after the flesh persecuted the one born after the spirit, mocking him, right? Read.
Persecuted him that was born after the spirit. Even so, it is now.
So during this time, those born after the flesh were also persecuting those born after the spirit, mocking. So what was Israel under during this time? Captivity.
Right.
So those born after the flesh, what is it where it says the kingdom of heaven suffers violence?
Yep. Matthew 11.
So that's what we were suffering at this time. It says, even so it is now. Those born after the flesh are persecuting those born after the spirit. The sons of Isaac, Jacob, those that the promises pertain to. So now we know what the mocking is talking about that Ishmael was doing to Isaac. It wasn't no little regular mocking, mimicking. No, he was messing with him. He was bullying him. He was probably hitting him, attacking him. Just like we were being persecuted at this time, just like we are being persecuted right now. They mock us today by calling us Negroes, blacks, niggas, spics, coons. That's them mocking us, taking our identity away, putting us into slavery, castrating us, enslaving us, killing us, robbing us, scattering us throughout the world. That's them mocking us, persecuting us. That's why Sarah saw that thing and said, you know what? Get this child away from my son.
Yeah, right.
He's the heir, not this freaking wild man over here. Get him away. Get that in Matthew,
yes, sir.
Please.
Matthew chapter 11 and verse 12. And from the days of John the Baptist unto now, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence.
Israel suffers violence. Those born after the Spirit suffers violence. Those born after the Spirit are being persecuted by those of the flesh. Just like Ishmael was mocking Isaac, the same thing happens over and over and over again. But our people, without knowledge and understanding, want to serve under their oppressor. They want to keep following these idolatrous acts, these idolatrous feasts. They want to keep doing all these nasty, wicked things without knowing that these are our enemies and we're supposed to be above them. But until we don't get ourselves right and realize who we are, that's not going to happen.
Right. Give me the all praise. Give me the Bible Hub real quick. Go down. Go down to commentary. Commentary. Yep. Go down. Right there. Yep. Read that.
Mocking. The verb used here is the same as that rendered to laugh.
So this is the commentary. This is Bible Hub. This is the commentary on Genesis 21 and 9. All right, go ahead. Read it again.
Mocking. The verb used here is the same as that rendered to laugh in Genesis 21:6, but in an intensive conjugation. What exactly?
So hold on. It says mocking, the verb used here is the same as that rendered to laugh, right? Mocking to laugh in Genesis 21 and 6. Okay. But in an intensive conjugation. Right? Go ahead.
What exactly Ishmael was doing is not said.
Right. It ain't said what he actually did, but go ahead.
But we may dismiss all those interpretations which charge him with abominable wickedness.
But he did something crazy, something evil, something that brought hatred, that made him contemptible. Go ahead.
For had he been guilty of any such...
That made Isaac contemptible to him. Go ahead.
For had he been guilty of any such criminal conduct, the sending him away would not have been so very grievous in Abraham's sight.
Right. If it wasn't that bad, he wouldn't have a reason to send them away. There wouldn't be no reason to send them away like that. Right? If it wasn't that bad. Read that part again.
For had he been guilty of any such criminal conduct, the sending him away would not have been so very grievous in Abraham's sight.
So it wouldn't have been hard to send him away. That's what it's saying. So whatever he did, like, yo, you got to get him out of here. He got to go. Right? Go ahead.
On the other hand, we may feel sure that Sarah was not without good reason for her conduct.
Right. So she was not without good reason. What she did was warranted for what happened. Go ahead.
For St. Paul bears witness that Ishmael persecuted Isaac. Galatians 4:29. The LXX and Vulgate translate playing, sporting, and Jacinius thinks that he was dancing gracefully. But if this were all, Sarah's jealousy would have been most unjust.
Read.
When, however, we consider that Ishmael had been for 14 years the heir, and that he now fell back into an inferior position, we cannot be surprised.
Right. Hey, because remember, he was the only one. He was the only one born at first. He was the heir. Now Isaac comes. Okay, then he's 14, so he understood the prophecy as well. He probably understood the prophecy as well. He knew the prophecy that, look, he's going to be the heir. That Isaac's going to be the heir now, and not him. So that made him, read on. It'll say it.
We cannot be surprised if at this banquet in his rival's honor.
So he considered Isaac his rival now. Yep. Go ahead.
He gave way to spiteful feelings.
Hatred now. Bitterness.
You know what's crazy? Because we see that today when there's an only child. Ishmael was the only child for 14 years, and now comes another child. So he had all the attention for the longest.
Yes.
Now here comes the other son, and he's the rightful heir. How are usually the first child towards the second child?
Nah, it ain't good.
It ain't good. Most of the time, they have spite.
You trying to take him out.
Yeah.
You trying to take him out.
You see a lot of videos when the second child is born, the first child is jealous and is trying to take the second child away from the parents and trying to get the attention. So imagine 14 years of being the only child, and now you're being disinherited. Right. Now your younger brother is the rightful heir.
Hey, this is a little sidebar, but I seen it on I seen a video. This is Esau. These Edomites, they went on a date. They went out on a date, and they left the 5-year-old with I think it was 1-year-old. Left the 5-year-old with the 1-year-old at home. They went on a date. Yeah, that 5-year-old put the 1-year-old in the oven. Oh, shit. and turned that joint all the way up.
Wow.
All the way up. So when they came back home, they say they smelled like burnt meat. And you know what I mean? But it was the baby in the oven. But that at 5, he probably had hatred for that 1-year-old. You understand? So that's why I brought that up. But yeah,
so now imagine 14 years different.
Yeah, 14 years different. Yeah, right. Yeah, that was crazy.
So
that's not the first time I heard that. I think Jake did some craziness like that too. They left the child. I think they left a 5-year-old and some other siblings by themselves, and I don't know what it is about the kids putting them in the oven and turning that thing on, man. But that's like the second time I heard that.
Wow.
You know, but yeah, you see him, you have him at 14. Just imagine what he's doing, right? Read on.
And by word and gesture derided and ridiculed him.
You see that? By word and gesture. Derided and ridiculed him. By word and gesture. Okay? Word and gesture. So it might have been some hitting, whatever going on. We don't know. It wasn't said. But we know he did persecute him. All right? He did persecute him. Probably, and you know how it kind of remind me of like a Cain and Abel type of situation. Because you know how, say they out playing, say you out playing in the back, you know, the parents is not looking or whatever, but you know, your older brother, you about to do something, you got some evil in your...
Right, you about to really try and hurt.
Yeah, you about to really trying to hurt him.
You trying to hurt him.
you about to, we playing, but you know, he think we playing.
Yeah. Right. He got the idea.
Yeah, he got the idea we playing.
He don't know I'm really about to mess him up.
Yeah, I'm about to go over the top. It's about to really be happening.
Yep.
Let's play hide and seek in the
oven. Yeah. Let's go away from where Dad and Mom can see us real quick.
Right.
Come over here, this side. I got you.
You know what I mean? Hey, and you see this happen also with Joseph. Remember with Joseph?
Yep. Same thing. Let's take him away from the parents.
Right.
Yo, come with us.
Yep.
Come with us.
He was the favorite. All the brothers ganged up against him.
Yep.
Same thing, man. So, you know, it was a current thing happening. You know, it happens. You know, but
they were gonna kill him too.
Yeah, they were gonna kill him.
We were gonna kill him.
Yeah, we.
Yeah. We were gonna kill him.
That was our forefathers, man. They, you know.
But Reuben, said, nah, let's just sell him to slavery,
All right, read on.
Hagar, too, had probably never regarded Sarah with much affection since her forced return. And now that her son was disinherited, her bitterness would grow more intense.
So she probably fueled that thing. Yeah, she probably was behind it. Her and Ishmael probably working hand in hand. She's probably behind that thing, man. You know? Go ahead.
These jealousies are the inevitable results of polygamy. And wherever it exists, the father's life is made wretched by the intrigues of the women for their children.
Damn. That was heavy at the end.
Right. That's why you're supposed to have one wife, like the Bible says.
The Lord said one wife.
Yep. That's it. That's all you need to handle.
You damn sure can't handle that today.
Right.
Trying to have multiple. All right. So, get off of that. Get out of that. Let's go to Nabal. Give me the Wikipedia. Nabal Joff. Nabaeoth. Let me see. Check the Telegram. Check the Telegram. You got it? Damn, I ain't sent that to you. Give me go to Wikipedia then. Just go to Wikipedia and type in I'll spell it out for you. No, you know what I want? Give me the book. Go to Telegram and page 255. You'll see it. Page 255. It's called the Exposition, an exposition of the whole Old Testament. All right, yeah, pull that up. Yep. So that's what that mocking goes into. Persecuting. That mocking was a little deeper than we think. It was like in Bible it says ridicule and gesture. All right. So it was a lot going on. It wasn't just words. Especially for Sarah to want Abraham to send Hagar and Ishmael away a second time.
An exposition of the whole Old Testament, critical, doctrinal, and practical.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? 17.
Okay, go ahead. Let me see.
250.
Oh, snap.
1728.
Nah, 88.
88.
Damn, 1788.
Oh yeah, that's a 50 right there. 3.
Yeah, you all right. Give me next page. 1788.
It's almost dead.
All right, go over to the firstborn, the second column, the firstborn of Ishmael. Second column, right there. Yep.
The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebaioth, mentioned in Isaiah chapter 60, verse 7. And from whence a people of the Arabs are called Nabataeans, and their country Nabathea. Josephus says that all the country from Euphrates to the Red Sea
Hold on. I missed something. Read that again from the top.
The firstborn of Ishmael, Nebaioth.
Nebaioth, go ahead.
Mentioned in Isaiah chapter 60, verse 7.
Read.
And from whence a people of the Arabs
are
called Nabateans.
Right, Nabateans. Okay, so Nabojoth are called Nabataeans today, right? Go ahead.
And their country, Nabathea.
Read.
Josephus says that all the country from Euphrates to the Red Sea is called the Nabataean country. The posterity of this man inhabited part of Arabia desert, part of the Arabia desert and of the Arabia Petraea, even to the entrance of Arabia Felix. Strabo reckons that Nabataeans among the Arabians and calls Petra the metropolis of Arabia. Petraea, Petra Nabatea, and Petra of the Arabian Nabataeans, who he says dwelt about Syria and often made excursions into it, and observes that their country is populous and abounds with pastures. Hence the rams of Nebaioth, mentioned in Isaiah chapter 60, verse 7.
Read.
Pliny also places them in Arabia and says they inhabit the town called Petra and that they border upon Syria.
So the Nabataeans. This is Ishmael's firstborn, Nebajoth. I know I'm tearing his name. I'm saying it all crazy. Nabojoth. He is the Nabataeans today. His posterity is the Nabataeans, the descendants today, right? The Arabs. Now, it says that they inhabited Petra. So when did the Arabs get into Petra? Because there was a doctrine that says what? Esau is what? The Arabs. Okay, but that's not true. All right, but watch this. When did they get into Petra? Give me Nabataeans page 214. Give me Nabataeans 214 on the Telegram. You'll see it. You heard me? Yes, sir. When did the Arabs get into Petra? Because Esau held Petra. All right? That was Esau. That was Esau's capital.
chapter 106.
No. First off, give me, let me see. Yeah, read that. Read the bottom part here. Read that. No, go up.
Where that little dark highlight is right there?
That little dark highlight. Read that. Watch this.
When the Jews were in...
Captain Joel brought this out episodes ago. All right? When we were going over Herod and the Amalekites, Amalek. Go ahead.
When the Jews were in captivity at Babylon.
So when we're in captivity at Babylon, read.
The Edomites conquered the southern part of Palestine and seized the city of Hebron. After this, the name of Idumeans was given to those who occupied the frontiers of Palestine.
Right, because Idumea is the Greek word of Edom. Idumea is the Greek word of Edom. All right, so they saying once we got into once Esau got into Palestine, they were called Idumeans. Read on.
While those who remained in Petra were called Nabataeans.
Why those who remained in Petra were called what?
Nabataeans.
So the Nabataeans came. Then they came to Petra. When Esau left, they came to Petra. Go ahead.
As some think, from Nebaioth, a son of Ishmael.
All right. So after Esau left, okay, when we was in captivity, that's when they was starting to make moves. All right. Give me the go to the next book real quick. Traditions of, yeah, bring that up. Just to prove that when we went in captivity, that's when Esau started growing strength, and then they started conquering and subjugating Italy and so forth. Go ahead.
First, you want me to start with first?
Yeah. Read.
First, that the descendants of Esau, the sworn enemies of the descendants of Jacob, even to the end of the world, were at first a small nation, inhabiting Mount Seir and the adjacent country, contiguous to the land of Canaan. That they were easily confined within their own limits as long as the Israelites enjoyed a great and formidable empire in Canaan.
Right, so they was in there, they stayed in their area, they didn't go nowhere, they didn't move nowhere. That's where they was at. Go ahead.
But that after the powerful republic of the 12 tribes was destroyed by the Assyrians and Babylonians.
So now we go into captivity, just like the last book said, read.
They wonderfully increased in numbers.
Esau increased in numbers, read.
And strength.
Read.
Extended their dominion towards the west.
So they started moving towards the west, right? Migrating, conquering. Go ahead.
Spread their colonies far and wide. Subjugated Italy.
Subjugated where?
Italy.
So they conquered Italy, where the Etruscans was, where Japhet was. Read.
Founded Rome and the Roman Empire.
So they founded Rome and the Roman Empire. All right, drop that. Excuse me. Go to the next page real quick. Hold on. Give me the history of Rome real quick. History of Rome, page 12. Give me that. Go down to the bottom. Read that.
The ruins of Petra.
I just want that first line. I just want that first couple lines.
The ruins of Petra.
The ruins of Petra. Go ahead.
The capital of the Edomites.
You see that? Petra was the capital of the Edomites, or who?
Or Idumeans.
Or Idumeans, because Idumea is Greek for Edom. All right. So Petra, before the Nabataeans came in there, was the capital of Esau. It was the capital of the Edomites and Idumeans. All right. But once Esau left and subjugated Italy and spread once we went into captivity and they subjugated Italy and spread their colony far and wide, then the Nabataeans came in. The Arabs came in and took Petra. All right, next page. Give me the dictionary now. The dictionary of Amalekites. Yep. Watch this.
Amalekites. A tradition prevails that a small number of the Amalekites colonized a part of Greece and were the stock whence the Macedonians and Spartans sprung.
You see that? So a tradition. No, read everything. Yeah, read that the whole thing.
Amalekites, a powerful people who dwelt in Arabia Deserta between the Red and Dead Seas.
Right. So that's around what? Petra and so forth. Go ahead.
They were the descendants of Amalek.
Uh-huh.
A tradition prevails that a small number of the Amalekites colonized a part of Greece.
Remember, Esau left and they spread their colonies far and wide when we went into captivity. They started subjugating. They started conquering. Go ahead.
And where
they gained strength. They started to increase in numbers. So they was able to spread out towards the west. Read.
And where the stock, whence the Macedonians and Spartans sprung.
So the Amalek, he let you know that the Macedonians were Amalek. That's what he let you know. All right. Like I said, we brought that out. Captain Joel brought that out show a couple episodes ago. All right. Drop that. Now, give me where this whole thing started from. Give me Herod now. Herod. Because they try to say Herod is a Nabataean. That's where it comes from. Bring that up, Wikipedia. Let me see if I have, let me see. Dang, I ain't give you that. I ain't give you on that page. You know what? Drop that. Just go straight to Nabataean. Nabataean, Petra Wikipedia. Watch this, Petra Wikipedia.
Petra, originally known to its inhabitants as Rakhmu or Rakimo, is a historic and archaeological city in southern Jordan, famous for its rock-out architecture and water conduit system. Petra is also called the Rose City because of the color of the sandstone from which it is carved. It was famously called a rose-red city half as old as time, in a poem in 1845 by John Bergen. It is adjacent to the mountain of Jabal al-Madba.
Go down. I don't want all that. Go down. Yep, right around here. Yep, right here. Read that.
The trading business gained.
Hold on, let me see. Go up. You missed something. Yep, right here. Go up. I want the beginning of this paragraph. Yep, the area around Petra. Read that.
The area around Petra has been inhabited from as early as 7000 BC. And the Nabataeans might have settled in what would become the capital city of their kingdom as early as the 4th century BC.
Why? Because Esau was gone now. So they came in around the 4th century BC. The Arabs came in there around the 4th century BC. Go ahead.
Archaeological work has only discovered evidence of Nabataean presence dating back to the 2nd century BC, by which time Petra had become...
So hold on. Archaeological work has only discovered evidence of Nabataean presence dating back to only the 2nd century BC. Okay, so even earlier, or whatever. No, even later, where they saying that they were there. Go ahead.
By which time Petra had become their capital.
Mm-hmm.
The Nabataeans were nomadic Arabs.
So they was always on the move. They were nomadic Arabs, read.
Who invested in Petra's proximity to the incense trade routes by establishing it as a major regional trading hub.
So that's why they wanted Petra, because it was a trading hub for them. Read.
The trading business gained the Nabataeans considerable revenue, and Petra became the focus of their wealth.
Right. So that right there in that area of Petra was their trading hub. All right, and that became the center of their wealth. All right, that's all. That's why they were there. It was a trading hub for them. All right, Esau was gone. Go ahead.
Unlike their enemies, the Nabataeans were accustomed to living in the barren deserts and were able to repel attacks by taking advantage of the area's mountainous terrain.
Read.
They were particularly skillful in harvesting rainwater, agriculture, and stone carving.
Right. Now, so the Nabataeans came in around 4th, 2nd century BC, and they came in there for trading. They used Petra as a trading hub. All right. Esau was gone by that time. Okay. Now, give me Herod. Type in. Go to Wikipedia. Type in Herod. Yep. Let me see. I wanted. Somebody want to say something? No. All right. Nah, hold on. I gotta find a book real quick.
You got that on Wikipedia right now?
Yeah.
I was just reading that, and there's a bunch of confusion.
Yo, that's why I'm about to go to it. I'm about to read. I'm about to squash the confusion.
Nabataean, Arab, Idumean, Edom. I'm like, what?
Yo, they said who he was in the beginning.
Yeah, they said,
and then they confused you like, yeah.
I'm like, what the hell is this?
If I can I bring out a script on that real quick? Yeah, concerning Edom, can I get Revelations chapter 12, verse 9? Because Edom, what Esau like to do is play head games, and they have washed up history so much where they've whitewashed everything. They got everybody believing that they're everything and everyone. Mm-hmm. They literally have confused and deceived the whole world, and the Bible says this. Watch this.
Revelation chapter 12 and verse 9.
Go ahead.
And the great dragon was cast out,
Uh-huh.
that old serpent called the devil and Satan,
Uh-huh.
which deceiveth the whole world.
What does the white man do?
Deceiveth the whole world.
That's why people think that the Arabs are Esau today. That's why you think that the Egyptians are Esau today. That's why Esau is any and everybody that you choose them to be, or what they want you to believe that they are. It's because they choose to deceive the whole world. They have deceived the whole world by their archaeological studies, like Officer brought out earlier, by their findings. They've searched deep, and they've done a diligent search on how to keep the world in confusion.
Bro, Esau want to be everybody but themselves.
Exactly.
They don't want to be Esau.
Right, because they know the destruction that's coming to
right.
them.
So let me play like I'm an Arab. Let me play like I'm a Jew. Let me play like I'm an Israel. Let me play like I'm whoever. That's Esau. Who else? They play everybody, man.
The Last Samurai.
Yeah, The Last Samurai.
They're Japanese now too.
Hold on. Let me see. What you just had up? All right. Now I want where there's a when Cat was on. Y'all can read that. Read that.
Herod.
I'm still looking for that this other book.
Herod, Idumean rulers of Palestine, 47 BC to AD 79. Line started with Antipater, whom Julius Caesar made procurator of Judea in 47 BC. 1. Herod the Great, first procurator of Galilee, then king of the Jews, 37 to 4 BC. Built Caesarea temple at Jerusalem, slaughtered children at Bethlehem, Matthew 2 and verse 1 through 18. At his death, his kingdom was divided among his 3 sons, Archelaus, Herod Antipas, and Philip. 2. Archelaus ruled over Judea, Samaria, and Idumea, 4 BC to AD 6, and was removed from office by the Romans, Matthew 2 verse 22.
Right. All right, so he was an Idumean ruler. Now go back to the Wikipedia. Let me show you. Watch this nonsense that they got going on. And then give me the last page, and we're going to end it with this.
No, I got, after
you
you
got something?
finish with the Wikipedia, I got a Instagram video I just posted.
Oh, okay.
It'll go along with this.
All right, read that. We're going to show you the confusion in this Wikipedia. Because Wikipedia now, I remember Captain Amaziah brought it out, that Wikipedia, they go in and they change stuff. Yep. You understand? So they go.
Because they got the ability to do
Yeah, they got the ability to do
Anybody
that.
does.
So they go in, they make changes and confuse you, right? Watch this.
Herod the First, or Herod the Great, 72 BCE to 4 BCE, was a Roman Jewish client king of the Herodian kingdom of Judea. He is known for his colossal building projects throughout Judea. Among these works are the rebuilding of the Second Temple of Jerusalem and the expansion of its base, the Western Wall being part of it. Vital details of his life are recorded in the works of the 1st century CE Roman Jewish historian Josephus.
Go down. Go down, go down, go down. Go down, go down. Yep, right there. Watch this nonsense. This is confusion. Read.
Biography. Herod was born around 72 BCE in Idumea, south of Judea. He was the second son of Antipater the Idumean.
The Idumean. Remember, Idumea is Greek for Edom. Go ahead.
A high-ranking official under Ethnarch Hyrcanus II, and Cypros, a Nabataean Arab princess from Petra, in present-day Jordan. Herod's father was by descent an Edomite.
There you go. Right? Watch this. They give you the answer right there. Herod was an Edomite. That's true. Right? Watch this.
His ancestors had converted to Judaism. Herod was raised as a Jew. Strabo, a contemporary of Herod, held that the Idumeans, whom he identified as of Nabataean origin.
Now, here we go to confusion. That's why I'm clearing up this confusion now. Nabataeans came in after Esau left. The Idumeans left. They came in after, around 4th century, 4th or 2nd century BC. Go ahead.
Constituted the majority of the population of Western Judea, where they commingled with the Judeans and adopted their customs.
Read.
This is a view shared also by some modern scholarly works, which consider Idumeans as of Arab or Nabataean origins.
So that's where that confusion comes from. All right. This is where this nonsense comes from right here. This is why everybody's so confused thinking Esau the Arabs. Okay.
Esau always taking other people's identity.
Yeah, they always taking everybody's they culture vultures, man. They take everybody's identity.
That's why people think Esau don't exist now. Edom was done away with. Yeah, you hear people say that nonsense all the time.
It all come from this. It's all go together. They think he done away with. They think, oh, he the Arabs. No, Esau on your job.
Right.
Esau is the manager on your job. Damn. Esau was your slave master.
Damn. He control your water and your food.
Esau control your water, your food, all of that. Esau the one selling you a car. Damn. Esau the one giving you the house.
They gave you the loan for the house.
They gave you the loan for the house. Damn. Matter of fact, they the ones that come confiscate your house from you.
Damn.
They come repo your car.
Damn. Why are you in it?
Why are you in it? Why are you in the car? Damn. You around Esau every day of your life. All right. Now, what you got? Bring the video.
It's gonna go right along with this. It's a little lengthy, couple minutes, but
all right, we end it with. I want to get that book. Go ahead, play that. What's going on? Oh, well, give me the book. Give me the book. Yes, yep. Blow it up. Cat brought this out.
Imprisonment and deliverance of Peter. Death of Herod. Acts chapter 12. Herod the king. This was Herod Agrippa I. He was the son of Aristobulus, grandson of Herod the Great, and nephew of Herod Antipas. He was born about 10 BC and was educated at Rome in the court of the Emperor Tiberius. He was an Idumean or Amalekite.
Read that again.
That's it.
He was an Idumean or Amalekite.
Can't get around that.
Can I read that last part?
Can't get around that. Esau, Herod was an Amalekite.
That's it.
That's it. An Idumean or Amalekite. They let you know that Idumea is Amalek.
Right.
Esau.
Same people.
Same people. Go ahead. You say would you want to Officer Manny?
No, that
last part.
Oh, go ahead, read on.
One of the hereditary enemies of the Jewish people.
Dang. And he was ruling over us.
Right.
Rome gave him authority to rule over us. Okay?
Hey, Officer Jazz, like you said, the Edomites is over us. They was over us at that time. They over us now.
Right.
They got the same position.
Same thing.
No new thing under the sun.
Right. Nope. Hey, that video downloaded?
Yes, sir. It's about done.
Oh, snap.
So it's not downloaded.
Yes, sir. It's about done.
Capper, bro. I'm telling you.
Damn. Oh, man.
He's either sleeping in a meeting or capping.
Come on, man.
He don't stop, man. Can't stop, won't stop.
No Diddy. No Diddy. No Diddy.
Wow. No Diddy,
no
man.
Diddy. Yeah, what's going on with this guy? Yo, no Diddy, man. Come on. Hey, yo. Hey, well, it ain't downloaded. Hey, look, we're going to have to end it right there.
Can you just put the link up or like, what's going on?
You can't even put the link up. Why is it taking so long?
Now you don't want to put it up for you, yo.
Huh? Is it finished? If it ain't finished, we got to end it. Man. We play it in the beginning.
He said it just finished, but it's still
all right. Go ahead.
Golly.
Play it.
Still
anyway, so we have here, there we go, better. We have a Khazarian empire that at one point went over, there we go, into the northern part of India. And we know this, that in spite of the formalities that said that the old Khazarian Empire ended in this area here, we know it extended over as far as this boundary here, because there are persistent historical, not myths. They do have some aspects of legend, but they're inculcated into our expressions in all of our languages. So even in Chinese, in China, there is this, the cultural work for the Chinese is called The Journey to the West. Really, it's a cool book. Jackie Chan's made several movies about the central characters in that book. All Westerners should read it if you want to understand the Chinese mind. It doesn't aid you understanding the CCP and those people, but it does aid you in understanding the cultural milieu in which China has arisen to the modern state here. Okay, but even in Journey to the West, there are aspects to this little story here. The Chinese had this phrase, this expression that you had to watch out for, the name stealers. We have that same expression arising from Europe in 800 AD. That was when it was written down in 800 AD. It was written down in Europe. Watch out for the name stealers. Don't have anything to do with them. All of this kind of stuff. You're just going to get into trouble. And the name stealers.
Hold on. So they termed Esau name stealers.
Mm-hmm. Moab and us in Europe called them name stealers.
Dang.
But he's going to say why. Like, go ahead.
Being referenced, and the name stealers referenced in China that goes back even further than that, 800 AD. Now, this was written down in 800 AD. They may have had it for 1,000 years before that as part of the heritage in the Oralinda, the Codex Oralinda. This is where I'm referencing it, right? But it's written down in other areas, in other literature. I think even Chaucer had a little bit of an allusion to it. But in any event, so it goes back some period of time. And these are the name stealers, okay? Because the Khazarians were this group. Now in China, they described it as if you go far enough west, you will run into these people that will invite you into their village as a traveler. They will feed you. You will have a nice drink. You have a great night. They put you in the best bed in the inn, and then they kill you. Okay? Then they kill you. They take all of your possessions and they steal your name. Now, while you're having dinner with them and they're getting you drunk and stuff, and they're drugging you up, they were known to really use drugs and be black magic kind of people, right? A lot of black magic.
Hey, don't that sound like what's happening in the music industry?
Yeah.
They use drugs and blackmail you.
Yep.
That's what they do. They are known for doing this kind of stuff. Damn. Keep going.
Is associated with the ability to know how certain drugs will affect the mind, et cetera, and you can introduce them into food. So mostly a lot of magic per se is dealing with drug states for the mind. That aside, the Chinese had the understanding that if you went there, they would get your story. They would steal your name and your story. And so the Khazarians were known by the Chinese. And so, but it was known on both sides. So if you were over here and you were going to try and do business with the Chinese and you went through there, you might run into one of these groups of the Khazarians that would kill you after learning everything they could about you. They would steal your story. Then they would go to China, pretend to be you, make the deal, and then go back, and the deal never happened. So they're fucking both sides, really. That was the thing, right? These were truly evil people. Now, both sides of the trade equation understood that there were nasty people. And in the Codex Oralinda, they're described as being to the east. And the Chinese are describing them as being to the west. Aha! Anyway, so here we are in our current...
Yeah, so...
Wow.
Worse than a Greek gathering, worse than a thief.
Yep.
They take everything.
They take your story.
Like
they oppress a man and his heritage.
Damn! Wow.
So they're known. That's all they do. They have nothing of their own, so they go and steal everything they got.
Yo, save that video, man.
I've been looking into the sources to try and find those
the books, right?
Yeah,
we got.
I haven't found it yet, but I've been looking.
All right. Hey, so look, we're gonna end it there. All right. So all praises to the Most High. Next week, we still gonna be dealing with the Arabs. Okay, we're gonna be going into the history, the different captivity that we were in, and who the Arabs were and how they affected us. All right. So, sorry.
Yes, sir. All praises. Let's give a round of applause for yet another good radio show. Amazing radio show. Went over the history today. Got history on the Arab slave trade. Got history on Easter. So, like he said, next week we're going to be back again, Lord's will, life last. And if you want to tune in, as you should be doing, subscribe to our YouTube channels. You have IUIC Philadelphia, and you have IUIC Philadelphia in the classroom. Also, you could donate to the radio show at iuic.philadelphia@israelunite.org. And then you could donate to the Booster Club at iuic.fundraising@israelunite.org. Last but not least, subscribe to IUIC TV to get exclusive content from the leadership of IUIC. Let's go to the next one. That's it.
That's it? Oh, yeah, the missing.
So what we have here is we have a missing persons flyer, as we continue to do within our respective regions. If you guys hear or know of anything, please contact the proper authorities so that we could bring our sister back home. We have Angela Roberts. So like we said, spread the awareness to help bring our sister back home. Last but not least, we have the survey for our IT team. Scan the barcode and give us a review, a brief questionnaire, answer the brief questionnaire to give our IT team your feedback. That'd be greatly appreciated.
You done did good. You done did good.
I'm proud of you, man.
All praises.
Hey, I want to give a shout out to IT, man. All praises. And the sisters that made the breakfast.
All praises.
Who we got back there? We got Officer Dad, and Officer Amos, right?
Yes, sir.
All praises. And Sister Couture. Shout out to Sister Couture and Sister Johanna for the breakfast. Hey, we ain't eat it yet, but we about to dig in. So, shout out to them. All right. Next week, life lasts. OHH. We'll see you then. Shalom.
Shalom.